And I perceived, when opens the lambkin, one out of the seals, and I hear one out of the four living ones saying, as a voice of thunder, Be you coming, and be you observing. And I perceived, and be perceiving, horse white, and the one sitting on him it, having bow, and was giving to him wreath, and he came forth conquering, and that he should be conquering. And when he opens the second seal, I hear of the second living one saying, Be you coming, and be you observing. And out came forth another horse, fiery red, and to the one sitting on him it was given to him to be taking the peace from the earth, and that one another they should be slaying, and was given to him sword huge. And when he opens the third seal, I hear the third living one saying, Be you coming, and be you observing. And I perceived, and be perceiving, horse black, and the one sitting on him it, pair of balances in the hand of him. And I hear a voice in the midst of the four living ones, saying, Measure of wheat of denarius, and measure of barley of denarius, and the olive oil and the wine know you should be injuring. And when he opens the seal, the fourth, I hear voice of the fourth living one saying, Be you coming, and be you observing. And I perceived, and be perceiving, horse green, and the one sitting upon him it, named to him the death, and in the unperceived is following with him, and was given to them authority to kill on over the fourth of the land, in the saber blade, and in famine, and in death, and by the wild beast of the earth. And when he opens up the fifth seal, I perceived underneath of the sacrifice place altar the souls of the ones having been slain because of the word of the God, and because of the testimony which they had. And they cried to voice loud, saying, To when the owner, the holy, and the true, not you are judging, and are avenging the blood of us from the ones dwelling on the earth, and were giving to each of them robes white, and it was declared to them that they should be resting still time little, till of which should be being completed also the fellow slaves of them, and the brethren of them, the ones being about to be being killed as even they were. And I perceived when he opens the seal, the sixth, and be perceiving, cataclysm great occurred, and the sun became black as sackcloth, hairy, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of the heaven fall into the earth, as fig tree is casting the shrivel figs of her it, under the great wind being quaked, and heaven recoils as scrollet rolling up, and every mountain and island out of the places of them were moved. And the kings of the earth, and the greatest, and the rich ones, and the 1,000 chiefs, and the powerful, and every slave, and every free one, hide themselves into the caves, and into the rocks of the mountains. And they are saying to the mountains, and to the rocks, Be ye falling on us, and hide us from the face of the one sitting on of the throne, and from the indignation of the lambkin. That came the day, the great of the indignation of him, and who is able to stand?